Dear students, the last class we have completed Unit 1. Then we have to do some exercises there. That activity, important activities are left there. We shall do it today, those activities. Okay, then I think then all of you have text reader. You take page number 34, 34. Activity 2. Look there. Few sentences are given. Life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of ups and downs. Second sentence. A training school is very expensive. The third one. Children of your age are competing there. Next, fourth sentence. Tears were rolling down his cheeks. 4 sentences are given. Then identify and write down the subject and predicate of the sentences given. You know, a sentence has subject and predicate. How will you find out? Look at that. Life is full of ups and downs. That is the first sentence. Life is full of up and down. Okay. So the first sentence, you are asked to divide the sentence subject part and predicate part. How can you separate? And the subject part, the first sentence, life, that is the subject of the sentence, life. It is given here below. Identify and write down the subject and predicate of the sentences given above. You know, first one is given life, that is the subject, and is full of up and downs. So you have put a mark there. It is verb, is verb. Then give a separation. You separate it. Then life, that is the subject, is full of ups and downs. That is predicate. Understand? Subject. About subject, next sentence. A training school is very expensive. Where you will put that mark, a slash, before is, put it. Then a training school, you have to write a training school, that is the subject, and is very expensive, predicate. It is predicate. A training school is the subject and is very expensive. That part is the predicate part. Then third one, children of your age are competing there. Children of your age, you have separate, put a mark there before are. Then children of your age, that is the subject. Is, age are competing there. That is the predicate part. Our subject part and predicate part. Then the fourth sentence. Tears were rolling down his cheeks. Tears were. Then tears, that is subject part, and were rolling down his cheeks. That is predicate. I think that all of you know how to find out subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. If a sentence is given and you are asked to find out the subject and predicate, then I think that all of you can. Okay. Then next below, did you notice the change in verbs according to the singular and the plural subject of the sentences? How do they vary? So in those verbs we have seen that is. First sentence, life is. Is the verb. The second sentence, is. The third sentence, are. Then fourth sentence, were. All of you know the difference The first is a singular verb and or a plural verb were. That is also a plural verb in past tense. Is a singular verb in present tense or is a plural verb in present tense were a plural verb past. Then notice then subject life is, then you are asked to given verb, take down there from and write it there. Second sentence is the verb. The third sentence are is the verb. The fourth sentence were is the verb. Above you noticed those verbs is singular verb, next is singular or plural and were plural. But what is the difference between these are and were? Are present form and were past form. The were is the past tense of are, verb are. Usually a singular subject takes a singular verb, whereas a plural subject takes a plural. You know, in present tense, verbs have a singular form and a plural form. You know, singular form and a plural. Then a singular subject takes only a singular verb and a plural subject takes only a plural verb in present tense. In present. About that is the difference you have to notice, that singular form and the plural form the verbs have. You know that has a singular verb, have a plural. Had, it's a past form of has and have, and you can either consider it the verb as singular or plural. You can consider, that means you can use this verb with singular subject as well as plural subjects alike. But in present tense, verbs have singular form and plural. Then, listen here. Then, usually a singular subject takes a singular verb, whereas a plural subject takes a plural verb. You have noticed. Then, read the description of the race and underline the singular verb. Okay. On the track, there is a shallow path, is a shallow, underline. As he is running is a singular verb, past. Tarun does not know it, does is a singular verb. That and he slips, that is a singular, slips is a singular verb. Breathing fast, he sees is a singular verb. And other kids going past him. He gets up, gets. That is a singular verb, gets up, singular verb, to run once more. Being quick, Tarun overtakes, that is a singular verb, a few kids ahead of him. But as fate has, that is a singular verb, slips, that is as a singular verb. 1 second. Understand? About you understand that a singular subject takes only a singular verb and a plural subject takes a plural verb. Understand that? Then, but in past tense, you understand that past tense were be plural verb, were. Then, was a singular. Had, it has, you can treat this as singular or plural. Understand? Singular or plural. About do, does, all of you know, does a singular verb, do a plural verb. It has a past form, did. You can treat this did as singular or plural, no particular form this verb has. Then had, has and have. Has a singular verb, have a plural verb, present tense. And had, past form of has and have. You can treat this as singular or plural, no particular form. Understand? That means you can use this verb with a singular subject and plural subject alike in past tense. That's it. Then here is a paragraph about reactions of the spectators. Fill in the blanks with the suitable form of the verb. According to the subject, you have to select the verb given in bracket. Understand? Two verbs are given. A singular verb is given and as well as a plural verb is given. Then Tarun's mother. You know, Tarun's mother, that is the subject. So a singular subject takes only a singular verb, that is. Tarun's mother is applauding her son. Ram Narayan and his trainees. Ram Narayan and his trainees. Is a singular one or a plural? It is a plural. They are watching. Tarun running on the track. The parents of the kids who, the parents, Madapidakal, the parents of the kids who participate in the race are anxiously waiting. The crowd in the stands is crowd. That's crowd. The subject is considered as a singular word is. Clapping their hands when Tarun falls. Everyone is a singular subject, therefore stops and applauding and then clapping and is about to rush for her. But the next moment he gets up and is running on the track again. You know that. Then, so I think that a singular subject takes only a singular verb and a plural subject takes only a plural verb. That is the difference you have. And you must bear in mind because it is the important part you have to understand it. Because then read the excerpt from the story The Rise and suddenly he heard a voice at his elbow. What is it, son? What is it? Their question word you have noticed. Yes. Tarun turned to his left and there sat a man about 60. I failed in two subjects, he replied and in a depressed tone. The man smiled sympathetically and said, life is full of ups and downs. My boy, by the way, I am Ram Narayan and you are one of the best runners I have ever seen. Ram Narayan, are you? Okay. You underline that sentence. The first one, suddenly he heard the voice at the elbow. What is it, son? What is it? The question word is. Are you the same Ram Narayan or are you? That is also a question. But the question, the first question and the second question are not the same. The first question is the WH question. The second question is a yes or no question. Yes or no question. Yes. And then here, if a question begins with an auxiliary verb, the answer will be either yes or no. You know, with an auxiliary verb. All of you know auxiliary verb is am, are, was, were, has, have, had, do, does, did, shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might. I think all of you know that. And we have taught you very early. Then, so if a question begins with an auxiliary verb and that question answer will be yes or no. And either. If a question starts with a question word, there are two types of questions. All of you know that. Understand? All of you know. Two types of questions. And that's a WH question. All of you know who. Person. ഒരു വ്യക്തിയെ കാണിക്കാനാണ് who, ആര്, where, place, എവിടെ, why. It shows reason കാണിക്കാൻ, when, time കാണിക്കുന്നു, and how, manner, രീതി. Then which, choice, whose, possession, whom, object of the verb, what kind of, description, what time, how many, how much, how long, how far, how old, how come. There are so many words are used for asking questions. Please look at the board. Some question words are given here. Question words. Okay. Who? All of you know. Malayalathil ആര്, person. ഒരു വ്യക്തി കണ്ട ആരാ അവിടെ വന്ന് നമ്മൾ ചോദിക്കാറില്ലേ who are you? Okay. Where? It shows place. Where? Why? That is the reason. Why are you crying? Why are you late? And when? It shows a time. And the how, manner. How did you find out? How did you find the problem? How did you find it? How did you solve the problem? Ask you. Manner. Which choice? Which is your book? Which is your pencil? Okay. Then, whose possession? Whose book is this? Who? Object. Whom do you like to see? Okay. What time? That is also time. What time? What time did you come here? How many? Quantity ആണ് കാണിക്കുന്നത്. How many? How many brothers have you? How many brothers have you? How many sisters have you? Okay. How much? That shows the amount, the price. It's an uncountable number. How long? അടുത്തത്. How long? The duration. How long did the speaker speak? How long? How long did the teacher teach? Okay. How far? It is an important word. How far? Distance. Then how old? Age. Then how come? Reason. Then one more. How often? How often? How often? How often? How often? Another way. എപ്പോഴൊക്കെ, എത്ര പ്രാവശ്യം, എത്ര തവണ എന്ന രീതിയിലാണ് this word is used. How often? How old and how long? How often? Okay. Frequency കാണിക്കുന്നത്. Frequency. എപ്പോഴൊക്കെ, എത്ര തവണ. Frequency. എത്ര പ്രാവശ്യം, എത്ര തവണ എന്നൊക്കെ കാണിക്കുന്നതിനാണ് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ these are the question words we are used to ask WH question. And you take down and study it well and bear it mind. About two types of questions I told you. Yes or no questions and WH questions. What is the speciality of WH questions? The WH questions are asked with certain question words. Understand? Begins with a certain question words. Such questions are called WH questions. Then yes or no question with an auxiliary. That means with an auxiliary. Auxiliary comes first. Beginning of the sentence. Are you a student? Have you completed your work? No. If an auxiliary verbs comes there. All of you know how many auxiliary verbs are there. And what? Okay. You have learned it at the 8th standard and 7th standard. I'm sure. Then look at here. If a question begins with an auxiliary verb, the answer will be either yes or no. If a question starts with a question word, the answer will be a piece of information. It will be a piece of, where are you going? I ask you, where are you going? Oh, I am going to the market. I am going to the market. Oh. About that is an inquiry. We want to get some information from that person and we ask such questions. Okay? So you take down these question words and learn by heart. That is better. Then look at here. Make questions using the words given in jumbled order. Certain words are given here jumbled order. You can ask questions. Okay. Intelligent, you and our boy. Are you an intelligent boy? It is given here. Are you an intelligent boy? Enter can stadium without a pass. Then that has a yes or no question. Then can I enter the stadium without a pass? Can I enter the stadium? There also the auxiliary verbs comes first. Then for his spectators, the where the gallery or no? Then question, where is the gallery for the spectator? Where is the gallery? Where is the gallery for the, question word comes first, then comes the verb. Question word first, then about WH question and yes or no. Another one. Movie ahead project shall be. Okay. How? Shall we move ahead with the project? Shall we move ahead with the project? Again, shall we move ahead with the project? Then summer where the camp did they conduct the Ajekar sir. Where did Ajekar sir? Where did Ajekar sir conduct the summer camp? Where did Ajay sir, conduct the summary. Next one is condition what you got. What is your condition? What is your condition? About WH question, then here is an work complete the conversation between Sachin and a journalist. You do it by yourself. Then another important, only the important part I shall teach you now. Understand? Because those parts are very important. Questions should come in the examination. Another one we are going to see an important, what do you say? Conditional class. Important sentence. Conditional classes. I think that you have learned little. So here a conditional class. Divide a sentence you have identified into two parts. You see that if you want, I will train you. If you want, I will train you. Haven't you said if you train, if you want, comma, I will. That comma is separated. That sentence is separated using a comma. You have noticed that. So that sentence begins with if. എങ്കിൽ അതാണ് കണ്ടീഷൻ ക്ലാസ് ആണ്. ഇഫ് യു വാണ്ട്, നീക്ക് ആവശ്യമാണെങ്കിൽ, ആഗ്രഹമുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, ഐ വിൽ ട്രെയിൻ, ഞാൻ നിനക്ക് ട്രെയിനിങ് നൽകാം, ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നെങ്കിൽ എന്നാണ് കണ്ടീഷൻ. എങ്കിൽ നീ വരികയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് സിനിമയ്ക്ക് പോകാം. അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്? ഓക്കെ. നന്നായി പഠിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എല്ലാ വിഷയങ്ങൾക്കും A+ ലഭ്യമാക്കുക. ശരി. സോ if class, that sentence has two parts. You have seen that. That sentence is separated using a comma. You have noticed that. So if you want, we can call it if class. I will train you. We will call it the main class of the sentence. About a conditional class has two parts. You have seen that two parts. One, the sentence begins with the if, that is if class, and the rest is called the main class. Understand? Okay. Look at here. Divide the sentence you have identified into two parts. You can take more examples from the reading passage. You have to find out. You try because you are simply sitting at home, no work. Okay. Tarun fell down thrice in the race, but he did not give up. And the following pictures and the statements show his thoughts at different times. Look at here. If I practice well, I will be. Practice. If I practice well, nannai practice ചെയ്യും. If I did not fall down, ഞാൻ വീഴാതിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ, I would win. If I had not fallen down, I would have what? So in this, if I practice well, I will win. If I practice well, I will win. About the first one, if class, if I practice well. Main class, I will be. Possibility. It is called possibility. That is what is called the probable condition or likely condition. സംഭവിക്കാൻ സാധ്യതയുള്ള, നടക്കാൻ സാധ്യതയുള്ള ക്ലാസ് ആണ് അത്. അപ്പോൾ possibility is there. Such classes are called then likely condition or probable condition. But it's called a probable condition or likely condition. What is the speciality of this class? Probable. Example. Look at here. Example. If you come early, we shall go for a picture. We shall go for a picture. Picture. Yes. If you come early, the verb come. You know, it is the if clause. then we shall go for a picture. Shall go. You know, see? We shall go for a picture. So, it is the first type. Type first. Probable conditions. നീ വരികയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് സിനിമയ്ക്ക് പോകാം. പിക്ചറിൽ പടത്തിന് പോകാം വരികയാണെങ്കിൽ. അപ്പൊ വരാൻ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്, പടത്തിന് പോവുകയും ചെയ്യാം. അപ്പൊ രണ്ട് നടക്കാൻ സംഭവിക്കാൻ സാധ്യതയുള്ള അതുകൊണ്ട് it is called likely condition or probable condition. In the probable condition, if clause stands in present tense, always in present tense. If clause will be always in present tense. Remember, if clause will be always in present tense.